with Dean Christensen, Chief Cook and Bottle Washer with Brick Oven Bakery. So Dean, first question really is, what about Bob? So a lot of people have been saying to me, they're starting to use Bob. What is that a rebranding, or what can you tell us about the acronym Bob for Brick Oven Bakery?
Right, so it is Brick Oven Bakery, B-O-B, and we're not quite at the rebranding stage yet. I haven't done any searches to see who else could be using it.
Okay.
But it is a short abbreviation. It's a phrase, I guess, or an acronym that we've used internally for quite a few years.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
And we thought, well, shoot, why not, take it a little more public?
Right.
It's easy to say.
Yep.
It's brief. It fits on a small, like a business card or an advertisement very easily versus Brick Oven Bakery. So I'm not ready to change my name yet.
Okay.
We're using Bob.
Cool. Well, my thought was, is it because more than just bakery goods?
That, and maybe another factor is we really don't have a brick oven here anymore.
Ah, that's right.
Everybody knows.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, everybody knows us as Brick Oven Bakery, but when we left our previous location, the brick oven stayed there and was eventually taken apart. That oven gave us many years of service. It worked quite well for the business that we had in our old location. But as I looked to growing and providing more baked goods, both for Northfield and for wholesale customers, I really needed an oven that could be more productive and provide more goods within a limited period of time. So we still have a hearth oven, an oven that we can bake crusty breads and so forth, but it's powered by electricity now versus the original wood oven that we had.
Yeah, cool. So what else about the move that was, is that a year and a half ago?
About a year and a half,
Okay.
That's right.
So what's happened since then, from what you planned, the reason you planned on moving, number one, and number two, the results of your superior vision?
Well, vision or learning process,
Yeah.
learning curve. So when we moved, we also, I guess, transformed from a retail-only bakery with a front counter and no place to sit down to our cafe operation, which in the last year and a half has really become about half of our total business.
Okay.
The cafe, the coffee, lunch items, and so forth.
And was that a surprise?
Well, I planned on it. No, it was not a surprise. I guess what the surprise was how much work it was to make that transition.
Yeah, okay.
More people, more complex schedules, different kind of business.
Sure.
So we had to learn about that, learn about the daily and the weekly fluctuations in that business. And then in addition, with the added capacity that we have in our baking operation, I've been able to take on more wholesale customers. So that's become a more significant part of our business than
Okay.
it was previously.
And what was your intent as far as location? This is a downtown Northfield interview that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So we're curious about the importance of being downtown for you, or was it just parking and being on the highway, which we can kind of hear outside your window right here? But,
So visibility was important to me. Our previous location was not something, people didn't normally drive to our previous location.
You were on Professional Drive?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, and there was really no other retail outlets on that street. A lot of other kinds of businesses,
Sure.
but no retail outlets. So visibility was important, parking was important, but I also wanted to be closer to the action, so to speak,
Okay.
where people are shopping, where they already are traveling. So it wasn't, in our new location, at this location, it's much less of a special trip for people. They
Yeah.
can be downtown and hop over here without any big deal. And so that was a factor.
Okay, cool.
I thought about a lot of things, and fortunately this location fit the bill pretty well.
Yeah. So in terms of traffic that you didn't ordinarily see before, would you say proximity to the colleges, or proximity to the highway, or proximity to the downtown? What's been kind of the weight of those three?
Yeah, I think probably the downtown and traffic are
Okay.
the two most important. We, in the last few months, I guess with this academic year, we started to pick up more college students,
Okay.
especially in the afternoon. So I think that's a part of the growth that we've seen. But the biggest part is just that we're more visible to people.
Yeah.
When we first opened at this location, we still had people coming in and saying, "Well, I didn't know this bakery was in town," and you know, they had lived here for 3 or 4 or 5 years and
Right.
really hadn't heard about us in our previous location.
Cool. So you added, I attended, my wife and I, Robbie, attended your very first pizza night back, I think it was August, wasn't it?
Right.
So tell us about pizza night and music and kind of the evolution of that.
Okay. So that was part of my dream for this location, that we could do something not every night, but in the evenings, that brought people together and have some fun as well. So that's the goal. We've learned that that's another learning process where it's a new product, a new item that we've made. But we started last August. We've had music a couple times. I've found that the interior of our cafe is a little small to have both music and a lot of people.
Sure.
So I'm kind of holding on some of the music events until it gets warm again, and we'll use our patio and be able to have music out there along with added seating. But it's been, I think we've become a very good alternative for families and for people on their way home from work on Friday night to stop in and pick up a pizza.
Pick up a pizza, cool.
Come in with the family at the end of the workday, have a pizza, go home, and still, you know, be home at a reasonable time.
Yeah, cool. Question about new neighbors moving into your into your spot here. You've got a hotel
Yep.
coming in. I guess construction starts this spring. You've got a new brewery across the street, which is maybe a month away before they open. What do you anticipate with either one of those businesses in terms of impact on you?
Well, I hope it's all positive.
Yeah.
We are talking with the owners of Tensenwald about providing them with bread products.
Okay.
I think that's likely to happen. We're still in a discussion stage, but
Sure.
that's part of our goal, I guess, to be able to work with them. The delivery time will be really brief getting over there.
Hopefully nobody would get killed crossing the highway.
Right. And as far as the hotel goes, I think that can only help us. I think people will come over here, or may choose to come over here early in the morning for coffee and breakfast versus the hotel breakfast. And of course, we'll be available during the day for people that are checking in and want to find something to eat.
Will there be any kind of a restaurant in that new hotel? Do you know? I don't even know.
As best I know, they're going to have a kind of night spot with a balcony overlooking the river, but not a full restaurant.
Okay.
I think, like a lot of hotels now, they will provide a breakfast in the morning,
Sure.
but we hope to be able to provide a better breakfast to those people that want to come over here.
Sure. Okay. You're doing a weekend thing that's different. I think, is it, you calling it a French toast special, or what's that about?
Well, actually, starting on Thursday, we have our weekend starts early. So Thursday and Friday, we're making stromboli for the noon period. Both of those days. Friday night, of course, is pizza night, and then Saturday and Sunday we have a baked French toast. Again, available from mid-morning through early afternoon.
Okay.
For brunch or lunch, whenever people are here. So we're just trying to make it a little bit, because that's a little bit more relaxed time of the week. We're trying to make some special things that will bring people in. Again, we enjoy having families come, and often families will stop in and share the French toast, or maybe French toast plus oatmeal or some
Yeah,
other
cool.
products.
And say a little bit about your band of 10,000 aches.
Okay, so I'm a runner, and I've been part of this. It's a very informal group. Folks that have been, some of them have been in town for 20 or 30 years, and
Hence the aches.
That's part of the Aches thing, a band of 10,000 Aches. That name was coined by a former English professor at St. Olaf. So
Okay.
there's a literary
on words.
aptitude or a literary skill that went into making up that name. So the group now runs from this parking lot just outside our cafe, and then they meet here for coffee afterwards. Sometimes the coffee lasts longer than the run. So.
And how often do you get to join them?
I try to do it both Saturday and Sunday.
Do you really?
That's when they run. I haven't succeeded in that every weekend since the restaurant opened,
Yep.
but that's my goal.
Cool. All right. Anything else that we should know about, or that you'd like people to know about in terms of future? Or
Well, I think we've got the key pieces in place: pizza night, weekend specials, a good lunch. We want this to be a welcoming place, a place where people can come in and be relaxed, but also have a good meal, take home some good bread, and be part of we want to be part of the community in
Yeah.
that way.
yeah, it looks to me like you're succeeding. Are you making a boatload of money?
I'm not quite ready to say boatload yet, but we're paying the bills.
All right, that's good. Good. We want that. All right, Dean. Thanks much.
Thank you.